I'm Wes Ranson from LHD Lawyers. I'm an accredited specialist in personal injury law and I handle public liability claims. So public liability claims can occur at any time without notice. They do have devastating effects on people's lives and so it is important that after someone has an accident and has sustained an injury that they seek some legal advice from an experienced personal injury lawyer to understand their rights. Following a public liability accident, people can suffer injuries to areas of their body such as necks and backs and knees and hips, but it's not an exhaustive list and injuries can occur to any part of the body following a public liability fall. Some examples of public liability claims include accidents that occur at shopping centres or during a sporting event, at commercial premises, or even at restaurants and cafes. These are just a few examples of public liability claims that may be available, but it's not an exhaustive list and there really is a large number of potential claims when it comes to public liability matters. Following an accident, if you've sustained an injury in a public liability fall, it is important to seek the appropriate medical treatment. If you're with someone when the injury occurs, it may be helpful for them to take some photographs of the area to show what caused the fall. It's important to report the injury to management or to your general practitioner or a hospital if you require that sort of treatment, to ensure that there's a record recorded of your injury confirming how the accident occurred. It is really important to seek the right expert legal advice following your injury for a number of reasons. The first is to ensure that you receive the appropriate advice about your entitlements. Your lawyer would be able to discuss with you some of the next steps involved in the case, but it is also helpful to alleviate any stress and anxiety surrounding the initial claims process by seeking advice from a professional who's dealt with hundreds of claims similar to yours before. Following a public liability injury, you're able to make a claim for various things, which can include pain and suffering damages, out-of-pocket expenses, compensation for your wage loss as well as your loss of superannuation. It also gives you an opportunity to make a claim for compensation for care benefits. So if you've received the benefit of some care where you're unable to do certain things at home and others have had to step in to support you, you can make a claim for that. Once you make an initial inquiry at LHD Lawyers, we'll match you with the appropriate expert in the area to be able to give you that specialised advice to allow you to proceed with your claim. If we believe that you've got a viable case, we'll work on a no-win, no-fee arrangement where you only pay your solicitors at the successful completion of the case. You won't have to pay anything through the running of the case. Any disbursements, which might be for medical reports and court filing fees, are paid by LHD through the running of your claim. So as a client, you don't need to pay anything upfront, and fees are paid at the successful completion of the case. At LHD, we care, so we understand that injuries can be a very stressful and daunting process, so we're here to support you and guide you through the process and allow you to try and get back on your feet and continue on with the rest of your life. At LHD Lawyers, we do compensation different, and what's important for us is that you're supported every step of the way. You're guided through the process. If you ever have a question about what's next in my case or what direction is my case going, you can raise that with your lawyer, and it's a real collaboration between lawyer and client to ensure that you know what's going on in your case and you're provided with that expert legal advice.